Hi friends, do you have an email that you're finding it hard to reply to right now? You may be thinking, Ray, you don't know the half of it. I have like 500 emails right here and they're all stressing me out, each individual one of them. I hear you. It is a problem. This is really relatable, and a lot of people struggle with not being able to respond to emails and text messages, lots of other kinds of communication that they think they should. If this feels really relatable, like this is happening right now, that's okay. If you're feeling overwhelmed, we're going to step through responding to an email step by step here in this video, together in community. So for this video, I'd love you to pick just one message that you're having trouble responding to. I know that you may have hundreds and the problem seems overwhelming, but we need to pick out one little piece. Maybe there's something that you would really like to respond to, you feel like you haven't responded in time, and now you're feeling bad about it. Just pick one of these, and you don't need to do anything else right now. We're just gonna decide on which one of the emails you want to address right now, today. Feel free to pause this video at any point if you need more time for each of these steps. Now, before we tackle answering the email, which may feel scary and overwhelming, let's take a moment to take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and out. 2 more. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. You can stretch if you like. Stretch your arms. Reach out. Breathe out. Do a couple of shoulder rolls. Bring your shoulders up, around, and back. Now, only do these things if they feel like they would be a good thing for your body. You know your body better than anyone else. You can stretch one arm across to the other side. Remember to keep breathing. Stretch, wiggle your shoulders out a little. Stretch this arm across to the other side. And bring everything back. Take a moment to listen to what your body is telling you. Is your body telling you that you're scared of this email? Are you stressed about other things in your life? Having trouble focusing? Your body knows what's going on with you. And so even if you can't do anything different at this moment, just taking a moment to listen to what your body is saying can be really reassuring to your body. You know, everyone needs to be listened to, including yourself. So if you can, try to help yourself feel a little more grounded, a little more safe. You know, you're sitting down, you're approaching this task, you can do it. It'll be over soon. I think when we approach communication with a feeling of dread, it can start to feel really unpleasant. You know, communication ideally should be between people who want to communicate with each other, and sometimes we feel forced into this communication by other factors in our life. So sometimes it's not possible to communicate without dread, but if it is possible, maybe consider, is there something I can do to make this experience more pleasurable for myself? Can I get a cup of tea? Can I get a nice blanket? Can I light a candle? Can I play some music that I like in the background? Things that show yourself, hey, this could be an alright experience. It's not going to be awesome. It's not what I choose to do with my free time, but since I do have to do this work, if you can approach it with a little bit less dread, that'll make it more comfortable. And this should come from you, you know. If you absolutely can't respond to an email, or if it makes you really uncomfortable, don't respond to it. That is also a perfectly valid option. But assuming that you're here to respond to this email, you know, we've loosened up our body a little bit. We've stretched. Now, let's take one small baby step towards this email. Go ahead and open your email program. This could be Gmail in a tab on your browser. It could be the email program on your computer. Then once you have that open and you're looking at it, go find the email that you need to respond to. If this makes you uncomfortable already, that's very understandable. You're actually getting ready to write the email, and I know from personal experience, this is the point where I often distract myself. I think, oh, I could, vacuum my entire house instead of doing this. Well, I hear you, but let's just take this step by step. So you found the email. Go ahead and click into it. If you haven't read it yet, or if you have read it, go ahead and just read it. You don't need to do anything else. Just read through it. Familiarize yourself with what this person said, and remind yourself that this person is a human being too. They're not looking for anything other than to convey some information to you, hopefully. All right, now that you've read it, we're a good part of the way into this process. Go ahead and take another deep breath and stretch. All right, now you are a focused, competent human being who is going to respond to this email. Go ahead and click the reply button. It could be reply, could be reply all. There's a difference. And now write the hi person's name part of the email. After you're done with that, put a couple line breaks in and write the end of the email, the part that says thank you, comma, your name, or whatever you usually put at the bottom of an email. If there's anything else that you usually put in an email, for example, in a lot of the emails to my clients, I say something like, please let me know what you think. I'm happy to make changes or adjust anything. I look forward to your feedback. If you have such kind of canned responses there, go ahead and put those in as well. Now, probably at the beginning of the email, you may want to say something nice about, I hope you are doing well, or I hope your week is starting off well. I hope you had a good week. Something like that. Hope your weekend is going well. Pick one of those phrases and put it at the beginning, right after the hi person. You're doing great. We're halfway done at this point. You've done a great job already. Now, there's only one big piece left, and this can feel intimidating. This is the part where you actually respond to the content that was stressing you out. You have a nice framework. The wrapper of your email is set up already, so you likely only need a couple more sentences in the middle. If you're really having extreme difficulty figuring out what that should say, asking ChatGPT or an AI is an option. You can copy paste the email into ChatGPT and ask what it would say. You don't have to copy paste that response, but it may help to see what other people have said in a similar situation. If you don't need ChatGPT, great. You may have some thoughts already, about what you might want to say. You've likely been churning this in your mind for a while, so it may be in there already. You just need to type it out. Now, I'll give you a couple of minutes to do this. I'll put on some nice nature footage and go ahead and work on that. We'll work on that together, and I'll see you back here in a couple of minutes. Feel free to pause it if you need more time. All right, how did that go? Were you able to write a couple of sentences to respond to the content of the previous email? If you need a little more time or you need to do this again, you can. There's no shame in taking a little bit more time to do a good job on this. On the other hand, perfectionism is the enemy. You can't make it perfect. It probably doesn't need to be perfect. So as long as you have a reasonable message that says something relatively nice and conveys your side of the story, tells what you want to say, then you're doing great. I bet you have written a better email than most people would in your situation because I know that you have put this time, effort, and thought into it. Now, after you have the email draft, there's just one step remaining, which is to hit send. This can be a scary step, especially if you're sending something out, you're submitting something, you're pitching something, you're sending a contract. You may worry that, what if I didn't do the right thing? Well, the truth is, you might not have done the right thing. There might be a mistake in it, but everyone makes mistakes. And I know that you have done this carefully. You've checked your work to the best of your ability, and that's all you got, So I think the person who you're sending this to wants to get this message, and they want to hear from you. And whether or not you get an acceptance or a rejection or response back, whatever you're expecting, the next step is to send your part of the message to them. So take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Go ahead and click that send button. It's ready. You're ready. Go ahead and do it. All right. Did you hit send? Awesome. You're amazing. You did a really good job. I am proud of you for responding to this message, and I know that this is really hard. I have a lot of trouble with it too. So these are some of the steps that I take to walk myself through sending an email if it's really hard. Please feel free to watch this tutorial over again if you have another scary email in the future. This is meant as an evergreen resource for people who may want someone walking them through the steps. For more helpful tutorials for your business, for your life, for your well-being, please hit like and subscribe. Hope this is helpful. See you next time.